Hey everyone, welcome back to Commons. Today we are building something that a lot of Power Platform developers ask about, a high-performance grid that can smoothly show thousands of Dataverse records inside a model-driven app, using Microsoft's Power Apps Component Framework, or PCF for short. Think of PCF as a way to write your own custom, code-based component, almost like building a mini app that plugs directly into a form or a view. We'll scaffold a dataset control, not a simple field control, hook it up to Fluent UI's virtualized grid via up paging, sorting and selection, and then package and deploy it into a real environment. Let's get started. Before we touch any code, let's get our vocabulary straight. PCF stands for Power Apps Component Framework. It's Microsoft's toolkit for writing custom, reusable pieces of user interface that plug into Dataverse, which is just Microsoft's name for the cloud database sitting behind every model-driven app, storing tables like accounts and contacts. Now, PCF controls come in two flavors. A field control binds to a single value, like one phone number box. A dataset control binds to an entire list of records, the same kind of list you'd see in a subgrid or a view. Since we want a grid showing thousands of rows, we need the dataset flavor, not the field one. Here's the performance problem we are solving. If Dataverse hands your control 5,000 contact records and you render every single row into the browser at once, you're asking the browser to build 5,000 DAM elements, those little building blocks of a web page, and that's exactly what makes classic grids feel laggy and unresponsive. Virtualization fixes this. Picture a movie reel, only one frame is on screen at a time, even though the whole film exists. Fluent UI's details list component works the same way, only rendering the rows currently visible in the viewport. Pair that with paging, where we ask Dataverse for say 50 records at a time instead of everything up front, and your grid stays buttery smooth no matter the row count. Let's scaffold this thing. Open your terminal and make sure you've got the Power Platform CLI installed. That's a command line tool, called PAC for short, that automates common PCF tasks. First we run PAC PCF init, telling it a namespace, a control name like Fluent Grid, and crucially the template flag set to dataset instead of field. That's what tells the tool to generate the right boilerplate for binding to a list of records. Next, npm install pulls down the node packages our React and Fluent UI code depends on. Then npm start spins up a local test harness right in your browser so you can preview the control before it ever touches Dataverse. Every PCF control is described by a file called control manifest input.xml, and inside it you'll find a dataset node. This is the actual contract that tells Dataverse and the app maker what kind of data your control expects. Here I've named our dataset property records. Later, when someone drags this control onto a subgrid or a view in the maker portal, Dataverse will bind whatever table and columns are selected there directly into this records property. You don't hardcode contacts or accounts here. The manifest stays generic, so the same control can power a grid of contacts today and a grid of invoices tomorrow, just by rebinding the property in the designer. Let's trace the full journey of a piece of data, from the database to your screen and back. It starts in a Dataverse table, say contacts. That table gets exposed to your control through the dataset property we just defined, called records. Inside your controls code, you read that property and hand the rows to a React component. That component renders Fluent UI's virtualized details list, which is the actual grid you see and scroll through. And here's the important part, it's a two-way street. When a user clicks a column header to sort, or checks a row to select it, those events flow backward through the same chain, back into Dataverse Dataset API, so the platform stays perfectly in sync with what's on screen. Under the hood, your control never writes raw REST calls to fetch rows. Dataverse hands you a friendly paging object instead. Watch what this looks like conceptually. You call something like records.paging.setPageSize passing in 50, then load next page when the user scrolls near the bottom. Dataverse returns a response, shown here, with an array of contact records like Avery Chain, Sales Manager, plus a marker telling you there's more data available past this batch. Your grid never has to know or care that there might be 5,000 rows total. It just keeps asking for the next chunk on demand, which is exactly the paging behavior that keeps memory usage and load time low. Now let's deploy this into a real model-driven app. I'm in the Power Apps Maker portal, viewing the account main form. Down in the Related tab, I've got a subgrid showing contacts. This is the exact spot where a dataset control lives, because a subgrid is just a filtered list of records tied to a relationship, in this case contacts related to this account. I'm going to click into that subgrid to select it, because that's the container we're about to swap from the default read-only grid into our custom Fluent Grid control. With the contacts subgrid selected, look up at the command bar. I'm clicking Add Component. This opens a component picker, which is basically a catalog of every custom PCF control that's been imported into this environment's solution. Because we already ran Pack PCF push earlier, our Fluent Grid control shows up right here in that list, ready to attach. This is the moment where all that scaffolding work actually connects to a live business record instead of just a local test harness on your laptop. I'll select Fluent Grid PCF from the list. Notice it automatically maps to the same records dataset property we defined back in the manifest. The designer is smart enough to bind the contacts subgrid's underlying data straight into that property, with no extra configuration required. You can also expose custom properties here, like a default page size or a comma-separated list of columns, the same way you'd expose props on a React component. For now, we'll leave the defaults in place, since our control already reads sensible column info straight from the view definition, and click through to confirm the selection. Last step on this screen, I click Save, then Save and Close, and finally Publish. Publishing matters because Dataverse keeps a draft version of your form changes separate from what everyone else sees. Until you publish, only you can preview it. Once published, every user who opens this account record will see our virtualized Fluent Grid instead of the classic subgrid, scrolling smoothly through contacts even if there are thousands of them, sorted and paged exactly the way we coded it. Now let's talk about shipping this properly, not just pushing from your laptop. In real projects, you package your PCF control inside a solution. A solution is just a container that bundles components together for deployment and move it through environments using a release pipeline in Azure DevOps. Here I'm looking at our Chromon Solutions project. I'm clicking over to the Releases tab. Think of a release pipeline like a conveyor belt. Your solution package gets built once, then automatically carried through development, then test, then production, without anyone manually importing zip files by hand each time. In this release definition, I'm pointing the pipeline at our build artifact, this managed solution file, Fluent Grid Control 10001 managed.zip. A managed solution is a locked, packaged version of your control and any dependent components, meant for import into environments you don't directly customize, like test or production. Unmanaged solutions are for development, where you're still actively editing things. This is the same file you'd get from exporting your solution in the Maker portal, or automatically from a continuous integration build. Finally, I set the target environment field to Commons-UAT, our user acceptance testing environment, and the import type to upgrade rather than a fresh install, since a previous version of this control might already exist there. I'll also confirm publish customizations is set to yes, so the new grid becomes visible immediately after import instead of sitting in draft. Once I trigger this release, Azure DevOps runs the import unattended, and testers can start clicking through the new Fluent grid within minutes, with zero manual steps. Let's recap what we covered today. We scaffolded a dataset, not a field, PCF control using pack PCF init with the dataset template. We bound Fluent UI's virtualized details list component to a Dataverse dataset property, so it can smoothly render thousands of rows by only drawing what's on screen. We wired paging, sorting and selection events back into the platform's dataset API, keeping everything in sync. And we packaged the control as a managed solution, deploying it through an Azure DevOps release pipeline straight onto a real account forms subgrid. If this helped you, hit subscribe on Commons, drop your questions in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.